Well, hi there. It's been a while. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I'm back for another video discussing The Last of Us. So today, we got some big news. Now, again, this is not 100% confirmed, so there is, take this again with a grain of salt. But today, there is a big report that came from Bloomberg.com that claims Sony has enlisted Naughty Dog to make a remake of the original Last of Us 1. Now, you may be confused. There has been a remaster. A remake is completely different than a remaster. So, The Last of Us 1 has been remastered before for the PS4, from the PS3's original version. This will be a PS5 exclusive remake for the original Last of Us. So this might explain why Naughty Dog has been quiet for some time. They have been really quiet. They have not said a peep, anything at all, recently. So, originally, there was supposed to be a small studio within Sony, San Diego-based visual arts, that was supposed to be working on this, but Sony said, no, we want Naughty Dog to make this original Last of Us 1 remake. And as a result of this, we also found out that Days Gone 2, the presumed sequel to the original Days Gone, was pitched and cut, canceled, nada, it's not happening. And it said, although the first game has been profitable, its development had been lengthy and critical reception was mixed, so a Days Gone 2 wasn't seen as a viable option, said by Jason Schreier. A team within Sony Bend is now helping Naughty Dog with a multiplayer game, which, as we've stated in numerous videos, is likely going to be The Last of Us 2's faction/multiplayer game that we are inevitably getting. And a second team within Sony Bend was assigned to work on a new Uncharted game with supervision from Naughty Dog. But this is no longer happening, and Sony Bend is now working on a new game of its own. So, Sony Bend is not doing Days Gone. They were supposed to then work on an Uncharted. That didn't happen, so now we're going to be seeing another new IP, likely from the company. And they said Bend's developers feared they might be absorbed in Naughty Dog, and the studio's leadership asked to be taken off the Uncharted project, and they got their wish last month and are now working on a new game. So, it seems like there's been a lot of turmoil between Sony and these companies. Dang. And it also said, Bloomberg had stated in the article that Sony's obsession with Blockbuster, which is a stirring unrest at PlayStation 2, as the leadership of the new studio initially working on The Last of Us Remake have disbanded. Some staff at Sony Bend, including top leads, were unhappy with being assigned to the Uncharted game and left. The suggestion is Sony is no longer interested in taking creative risk and instead has a fixation on teams that churn out hits. So you kind of can compare this to, I guess Rockstar with GTA. In a way, Sony sees The Last of Us as that to Sony Studios. Their big blockbuster hit. And I won't disagree. The Last of Us, God of War, you could say also the Uncharted series are their three biggest series. So it turns out they originally thought, what should they bring back, Sony? They said remakes are considered a safe bet since it's cheaper to update and polish an old game than to start from scratch. They can be sold both to nostalgic fans and curious new ones. The team originally planned on the remake of the first Uncharted game, released by Naughty Dog in 2007, but that idea quickly fizzled because it would be expensive and require too much added design work. Instead, the team settled on a remake of Naughty Dog's 2013 melancholic zombie hit, The Last of Us. And as a result of this, Naughty Dog was already in development of The Last of Us Part 2, which introduced higher fidelity graphics and new gameplay features. And if they wanted to remake the first game to have a similar look and feel, the two games could be packaged together for the PlayStation 5. So we could see a bundle, potentially, with The Last of Us 1 remake and The Last of Us 2 for the PS5. That is very possible. So we get The Last of Us 2 with the PS5 improvements and upgrades, and we get the original Last of Us 1 completely remade for the PS5. Wow, that would be a big bundle right there. And dang, The Last of Us was more modern, wouldn't require too many gameplay levels. Then once the group had established itself, it could go on a remake the first Uncharted game and other titles down the road. So it seems like Sony and them really want to develop remakes of hits instead of going for new games. And This will be for the PlayStation 5. This will be exclusive, both this new upgrade Last of Us 2 and the Last of Us 1 remake. So if you don't have a PS5, you know, you'll probably have to, let's be honest, this probably won't be coming out this year, maybe a year or two, if this ends up becoming true. We're going to talk about that new Uncharted, because that potentially could be coming, and it's said to be a new chapter to the series, so we could potentially be seeing a new Uncharted game, and maybe even inevitably a remake of the original. That would be very, very awesome. So right now, if you're a Naughty Dog fan, let's keep you up to date potentially what could be on its way. We've got The Last of Us 2 multiplayer. That is for certain coming. That has already been confirmed. I've talked about that so many dang videos. We've got now this potential remake of The Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us 1, that is likely going to be coming in a year or two, if this is true. Again, not 100% confirmed, so, again, don't put this in the you know, the confirmed area, but still, it's very likely it's going to be true. Then we've got The Last of Us 2 PS5 upgrade. Definitely going to happen inevitably at some point. Last of Us 2 is such a big game. I don't know if they'll remaster it or they'll just release an upgrade. We've talked about all the possibilities before, but, you know, inevitably, I think it either whether it gets paired up with this Part 1 remake, or they just release on its own an update, or they just release their own version of it. Now we potentially even have a new Uncharted potentially coming from Naughty Dog, which would be huge, huge, huge. But again, there have been the rumors that Naughty Dog is likely working on a new IP, and I've said that is likely going to be the next major game. I had no clue that we were going to be getting a Last of Us 1 remake. I thought it's very possible. I thought the hype for it would be really high, especially with, you know, Part 2's improvements and everything, and putting that into Part 1 and stuff. Maybe even adding new content, especially when we have, you know, The Last of Us, you know, TV series on the way. You know, there's no doubt Naughty Dog wants to do more Last of Us stuff. And inevitably, if you're going to remake Part 1, give a Part 2 upgrade, I think Part 3 is on its way. It's, you know, it's coming at some point. So, and then we eventually even had The Last of Us 3 coming one day. So, if you're a Naughty Dog fan, I think this is the time to be very excited for the future. Now, obviously, you know, I know a lot of you guys might not be happy. You might just want Last of Us Part 3, a DLC, or something new. But, hey, I'll take Part 1 all over again, a nostalgia trip with a remake vibe, you know. That will be something I will put in multiple hours, multiple walkthroughs. You know, I played Last of Us 1 a lot, but this would definitely be something to definitely get me back into it. So, that is everything we know about The Last of Us remake and, you know, other plans about the Days Gone and the Uncharted stuff. We're going to talk about the Uncharted thing, I think, in another video. Talk about it just completely separate and the plans of that. And we might even talk about the multiplayer. You know, there's been some rumblings about things, you know. We're almost to summer, guys. Naughty Dog's been quiet for a long time. We're inevitably going to get an answer to a lot of these questions, a lot of things that I brought up in this video. So, Naughty Dog, if you're watching, you know, time's ticking. It's almost time to reveal what you've been working on for such a long time. Alright? So, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Turn on all post notifications. And let me know what you guys think of this down below in the comments. But I am very, very excited to be seeing potentially The Last of Us 1 with The Last of Us 2 vibes, because we kind of saw a part of it, you know, in Part 2. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.